All of you see page number 5. I am reading our remaining paragraph. There was no printing press in those days, so scribes, here scribe means writers, copied manuscripts by hand. So when they had to copy another manuscripts, so they copied by their hand. Why? Because there was no printing press. If you have ever copied a friend's homework, you would know that this is not a simple exercise. Here we can face one of the problem. They also faced scribes also faced the same problem. If you have ever copied your friend's homework notebook, means you are copying your from your friend's home notebook, so you would know that this is not a simple exercise. This is not a simple copying is not a simple from your friend's notebook. Why? Because your handwriting and his writing is different. So while copying you will face some problem. Sometimes you cannot read your friend's handwriting and are forced to guess what is written. So you have to guess what is written. On that guess you have to copy. As a result, there are small but significant differences in your copy of your friend's work. So while copying, you will you will guess, and on that basis, so maybe you can see the changes also. As a scribes copied, and manuscripts copying is somewhat similar. So copying manuscript, the copy means when the scribes, when they try to copy from one manuscript to another manuscript, so they also face same problem. As the scribes copied manuscripts, they also introduce small changes, a word here, a sentence there. So maybe, so because uh, we also face this problem, and they also face while copying. So some small changes we can find while copying the manuscripts. Maybe a word can be changed, a sentence can be changed there. These small differences grew over centuries of copying until manuscripts of the same text became substantially different from one another. So while copying, so because of the time gap over a time, so you can see uh, the great changes substantially. Here means we can see the great change, large change, because of the time. This is a serious problem because we rarely find the original manuscripts. So we cannot find easily. Rarely means it is not easy to find out original copy of manuscripts because of the this problem. Original manuscript of the author today. We are totally dependent upon the copies made by later scribes. So whatever we use as a sources means historians, manuscript whatever they use, so they are dependent on the manuscripts which are made by next who copied the from another copied the scribe, the newly we can say the writers who maintain the newly manuscripts. As a result, historians have to read different manuscript versions of the same text to guess what the author had originally written. So to find out the original meaning, so scribes they have to follow, they have to read different types of manuscripts versions, etc. On occasion authors revised their chronicles at different times. So different time, so we can say the chroniclers, historians also, writers also, author also. So we can say the authors they sometimes change their own writing also. The 14th century chronicler Ziauddin Barni, wrote his chronicle, means record, historical record, first in 1356. Ziauddin Burni, underline, so he wrote his first record, chronicle, in year 1356, and another version, another account, another, we can say, the descriptions, historical descriptions, he wrote after 2 years later. The two differ, both of them different from each other because of the change. He himself, okay, made so many changes, but historians did not know. But the historians, our historians, while using, so because they use all manuscripts and different types of the historical records, um, to find out the history, so they don't know about it, about the existence of the first version. So historians, they didn't know, they don't know about the Ziauddin Burni's first record as well as the version until the 1960s. Why? It remained lost in large libraries collections. So all this happened. So we can say that our historians, they should be very careful while finding about the past. Now, new social and political groups will read in next clip.